Hey, everybody. Welcome. How's it going? This is Live at Lunch. My name is John Schaefer. It is good to have you here. We have got a very, very interesting and unique show today. Real quick, I just want to say go ahead and click like and subscribe. It really helps us here at the library. It definitely helps the views. And that way, also, if you click the little bell, the notification, you will know when we go live and you will not miss a show during your lunchtime, which, by the way, we appreciate you joining us. Just if you might notice a little hint on some of the new services we're offering at the Harris County Public Library. I might want to check the website out for that. Now then, without further ado, we've got a very interesting show. It's actually, we're going to broadcast another recording we made. The good folks over at Parker Williams, Mike Saperstein and John Harbour, put together a show called Hot Takes. It's a little bit like the Hot Ones, the YouTube show. They did an amazing job, and they asked me to interview Edward Melton, our executive director for the Harris County Public Library. And so we did just that. Now, there's a long version of this on YouTube that we'll tell you about afterwards. But for right now, let's go ahead and dive into it. I give you Hot Takes.
This tastes like gas.
It does taste like gas. Hi, my name's John Schaefer. Sometimes I'm known by my alter ego, Curbside Larry. I work as a program production specialist for the Harris County Public Library. In the summer of 2020, my coworkers at the Barber Bush Branch Library and I created a viral sensation, Curbside Larry, to spread the simple message that HCPL was open for curbside service. And since then, I've been a part of numerous videos celebrating HCPL's centennial anniversary and regularly host the popular Friday web show Live at Lunch for HCPL. Although I am a native Houstonian, I usually take my hot sauce mild, so this should be interesting. And joining us will be Edward Melton. Edward Melton is the Executive Director of the Harris County Public Library System with oversight of our 26 branches, a fleet of mobile literacy vehicles, and the many community partnerships that serve our county. Prior to joining HCPL in 2014, he served as the Chief of Branches at the San Francisco Public Library and as Administrative Manager and Children's Librarian at the Houston Public Library early in his career. In addition to running the library system for the country's third most populous county, Edward also serves on a number of committees focused on literacy and community development. And somehow, he finds time to spend with his wife and 4 children on their farm. All right, welcome. We are here and we are getting ready to get started. How you feeling? First thoughts before we do anything, Edward?
The wings has such an aroma. Really excited about tasting this heat.
Yeah, me too. I'm more concerned about me than I am for you. All right, well, let's get it started. Why not? Let's do this. So why don't I guess you can go ahead and start with wing number 1, or
what is wing number 1? What is that sauce?
Oh, here we go. This is the I believe wing number 1 right here. This is the classic hot sauce.
Okay. So classic hot sauce. We can handle that. So that's number 1.
And you're a hot sauce guy, right?
Tabasco. Yeah, I can do that. Louisiana, yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
But, some of this stuff they say is like super hot, so we're going to see. But classic, no problem.
Yeah, all right. I can do Tabasco too, but that's the thing. So let's try number 1. Let's get it out.
Number 1.
All right.
Okay.
It's spicy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Good.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't even as hot as Louisiana. But
no, that wasn't bad at all.
First question.
Some people say libraries are dying or irrelevant, since you can get everything you need online. If this is the case, then what drives you as the director of a large library system?
You know what? You can get a lot of stuff online, but the experience of coming into a library and having that in-person interaction with people, that's what's really at the core of what we do. Google can't give you that hands-on experience in terms of walking you through preparing for a job. Google can't help you to find or do the in-depth research that you may need or answer the question the way that you want to. It's kind of like, and so especially say if you're in a situation where you may not have literacy skills, or you may have some issues in terms of comprehending what you read.
It's not, they might even have the technology. I mean, if they don't have the computers or the printer, anything like that, of course, so then it doesn't matter, what's available online if you don't have it. So having those things is
Right.
just,
And so we saw that during this pandemic. People who had to work from home, go to school from home, didn't have access to broadband, didn't have access to computers, couldn't do their work. And so that's where the library comes in place. And so as we even build upon those needs of the community, we're going to be valuable for the long haul. We'll never go away.
and a long follow-up, where do you see HCPL in 20 years?
Wow. That's a long ways off.
You know what? Let's think about that while we eat this next one.
So what is this next wing that we're eating?
Oh, the next one? Let's see here. This is going to be garlic and pepperoni.
Okay, garlic and, okay.
Garlic and hot sauce. There we go. So
Number 2.
that's sweet.
Mm-hmm, it is.
Yeah.
No, it's not hot.
Mm-mm.
Okay. This salad
Yeah,
might
that's
not be
really
that hard.
I gotta be honest, I'm doing better than I thought I would. I thought by number 2 I'd already be
It's nowhere near as hot as I thought it was going to be.
Okay, so, I'm getting the next question ready. 20 years, where do you see us?
20 years from now, I see that the county, along with Harris County Public Library, will provide a wireless network of connectivity, broadband connectivity to all residents of Harris County. Whether you're in rural, urban areas, whatever the case might be, free, open, wireless network connectivity, broadband.
Wow.
And so even with that, people who don't have devices, we'll provide the devices.
Oh, wow.
People who may have, and so, the format may change. Everything may go electronic.
Right.
But we will be able to provide those tools, that equipment, the connectivity, everything that people would need in order to access our resources. And so whether it's virtual, and whether we're even doing virtual programming. But the thing that we're going to be able to do too that's going to be the same connector is the people. Our staff are going to be able to connect to people, whether it's online, in person, or whatever the case might be, to assist and provide that guidance in terms of people really understanding those resources, utilizing those,
Right.
maximizing the opportunity in terms of utilizing those resources.
I like that. Okay, so here we go. This is question 2. Before you were director of the Harris County Public Library, you have worked for many different jobs in the library world. Are there any times where a policy or a procedure or directive came out from upper management where at the time it seemed unnecessary or redundant, but now as a director of a large system, it makes more sense?
I got to think about that one. And the reason why I say I have to think about it, because I'm not a real big person on conforming to rules. And not to say that I don't believe in rules and guidelines. I think that the guidelines that are put in place are there to help to manage our spaces and manage the public in terms of how they utilize our spaces. And then also just give staff direction in terms of what they can and cannot do. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's with everything. Some things you just have to follow rules on. I mean, and they are what they are, whether it's the law or whatever the case might be. And we may not agree with it, but we just have to work within the parameters of those guidelines or rules or policies.
Good. Okay, so now I think we're at 3 now.
What's number 3?
Thank you for asking. Thank you for reminding me. Number 3 is right there.
Barbados style.
Barbados style
Okay.
hot sauce.
So we're taking it to the Caribbean.
Style picante, style Barbados.
Okay, I'm gonna take it to the Caribbean.
Number 3. Okay, that's hotter.
You gotta toughen up, John.
Not the first time I've heard that.
I still got a little sweet tangy taste to it, but
Yeah.
not hot yet.
I'm getting it all over me. All right. That was good. You know what? Okay. Okay, so, all right, this is a favorite here. We asked around staff what they wanted to know. This is a 3-part question here.
Okay.
So staff wanted to know these things about you. We got to know, what's the story with the bow ties?
Actually, the story with the bow ties, we're actually experiencing it right now. With ties, they get in the way when you eat. They get in the way when you. So what I found myself doing with a tie is I would always take my tie and check it in.
Right.
You know, and I also had this fear that one day I would be in the elevator or even on the escalator and my tie would get stuck and I would just get strangled by my tie. And so with that, when I first moved to San Francisco, I switched from regular ties to bow ties, and I haven't went back since.
Now, I want to know personally, do you tie them yourself?
Of course, yeah.
All right, I believe.
Now, I do have some that I don't tie because it's convenient. And so,
Okay.
But if it gets too hot, I'll untie this tie today.
Okay, so for cleanliness and elevator safety, that is why you wear bow ties.
Yes.
All right.
And they also can be a little stylish, you know. So.
They look great. I just that's what people know. All right. Also, what got you into French bulldogs?
Okay, let me see. So it's a movie. I can't even remember
breeding,
the name
yeah.
of the movie, but it was a French bulldog on that movie. And do you remember Johnny Quest?
I remember Johnny Quest.
Do you
Yeah.
remember the little dog on there?
Bandit. Was it Bandit?
I don't know the name of the dog, but
yeah, it was Bandit.
but I think that dog was a French bulldog.
I think you're right.
And so that's what so the story, I always wanted a French bulldog.
Okay.
My wife was asking me, she said, you want a dog? And I said, yeah, I want a French bulldog. So she did all this research in trying to find a dog. I mean, found a breeder, contacted the breeder, told him that we wanted the dog.
Right.
And then she told me that she was going to, it was a Christmas. And so she told me that she was going to get the dog. And I asked her, I said, well, let me get the contact information for the breeder so I can make sure I check it out. So I contacted the breeder. And so she was trying to surprise me in terms of, me actually getting the dog. And so I contacted the breeder and I said, don't talk to my wife about the dog anymore. I'm going to come pick up the dog myself. So the breeder went silent. And so she started panicking. It was like 2-3 days before Christmas. She was like, the breeders went silent. What am I going to do?
This great Christmas present's not going to happen. Yeah.
And so I left, and I said, "Okay, I'll be back." Went and met the breeder, bought the dog, came back home, and I was just like, surprise! Ruined my own surprise. I made my surprise into their surprise. So that was my first dog, Marley. And so that was our first French bulldog.
Okay.
And then so from then we just, love the nature of the dog, love the size of it. It's really great dogs, lap dogs. They really friendly good dogs, protective of, good with the family. And so from there, we decided to start breeding French bulldogs. Yeah.
All right. And the last part of this long question, but this is what everyone's know. Everybody's interested in knowing more about your tattoo.
Now, if I was to tell you about this tattoo, I can't tell you all the secrets about this tattoo, but it goes back. So it's a lion.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it says Zion Soldier.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna say to everyone, do some research on Zion. Okay. And its meaning and where it comes from, and a play on the word soldier, SOULJAH. The combination of those words, and then you might get a glimpse of what that really means. But it's been my pathway. I mean, this tattoo really has helped me in my path in terms of me coming to a better understanding of things beyond myself.
Wow.
And so it really, and that's really why I got it tattooed on my forearm. And so it's always a reminder of me to stay on path, to do the things that are right, even when I veer.
That was very interesting. And now we're going to be rewarded by
number 4.
Number 4, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. This one, Devil's Blend.
And
it says Hellfire.
Hellfire.
Devil's Blend, Hellfire hot sauce. Okay.
Let's see.
All right. Let's. That one definitely tastes different.
Mm-hmm. Hell must not be that hot though, because it's not that hot. Well, it might be my tattoo that's saving me from the.
I
from
might
the
have to get the
flames of hell.
tattoo. Okay.
But it was.
Yeah, that's good though. I kind of that's good.
Yeah.
Personally.
I think that one had a little pepper on it that I just bit into though.
Oh, really? You got
Kinda
a little.
kind of flamed up.
It's coming. It's kind of coming a little later too. I'm
Yeah.
feeling. I feel it now. Okay. So me personally, I have a wonderful memory of reading James and the Giant Peach in my school library. I remember the chairs. Remember how content I was. You know, looking back now, it was one of those moments where I'm like, I love libraries. This is the best. Do you have any memories of growing up where you thought this library is amazing?
I remember my first visits to the library, and back then we can go. Your parents, your grandparents put you out of the house and just say, "Come back before the street lights come on." So we would get on our bikes, and our library was, I guess, was about a mile or so away. We would ride our bikes to the library. But the books that I remember most it was a series of graphic novels called ElfQuest.
Okay.
And so with ElfQuest, I just don't know what it was about. It made me feel like it was like an adventure that was always waiting in terms of me reading those ElfQuest. And at the same time, I also remember reading the Choose Your Own Adventure books.
Very good. I like that. What a great memory. All right, number 5. Now this is the last one on my side, so we're about to turn this over to you. This is Los Calientes.
Okay.
That means calientes. I believe that's the correct pronunciation. We should say also, wait, you've got some people here in the audience, right? Do you want to say who's here? Just
Well, I have my family, my wife, and my 4 kids. So they want to see me break.
All right. Well,
So-
we're getting you so far. Neither of us have broke, so
No,
we'll see. We're halfway there.
It's going to take a lot more heat to
Number 5, Los Calientes.
That one kind of tastes a little like barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
It really wasn't that hot though.
I mean, it's a little hot. I mean, it's
Okay, John, you got to toughen up.
I mean, it's a little hot, but I'm good. We're fine. We're doing good. Other than being asked to eat hot wings while answering questions, what is the most original or inventive program ahead of its time that either you wanted to do, saw a branch do, or that a staff member approached you with?
For me, it's nothing new under the sun, but there's always opportunity to do things. So it's endless possibilities of what we can do in terms of this library space, because everything is connected to information. I don't care. So that's when it goes back to your first question. We will always exist as long as information exists. And as long as people exist, there's going to be some type of need for access to information. And so that's where we have our value. And then also in terms of the innovation, if you allow people to create, allow people to think, and give them the freedom to make decisions, they will go beyond what your expectations are.
I love that it's it's because that's since it's information and it's infinite, the possibilities are infinite as well.
It is totally.
And I got a follow up though. Did you ever meet Bill Gates?
I did. I met Bill Gates once. Bill and Melinda once. It was during our, they used to have a Christmas thing. So I met Bill and Melinda, and his dad, William, who is Bill Senior. He used to walk around the office all the time, and so we would talk to him all the time when we were in office. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. With that, I think it's time to flip the trays around. Actually, or not.
Yeah. Number on this side.
I thought we would.
We're on number 6 though. Let me see. So number 6.
Yeah. What is number 6? This is
This is the Honey Badger Honey Mustard Killer.
The Honey Mustard Killer. That does sound bad.
We'll see.
All right. Here we go. Cheers to you. All right.
Not too bad, but it's opening up my sinuses.
Yeah, it's got a kick to it.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's starting to ramp up now.
Yeah. I think We're on the downhill trajectory. Okay, it's coming in a little more now. There's a little after kick to it. Okay. This is a great one here. We have some pictures of you that we would love for you to give more context to.
Okay.
First one right there. So, do you have mall Santa work in your past? Have you done mall Santa work?
Mall Santa? No. But I've done several Santa Claus story time.
Okay. Do you own your own Santa suit?
Now, I have to own my own Santa suit. You know, I am officially a Santa Claus helper. And so my kids know, especially my little one there, that every year I go out and I do story time in order to help Santa Claus.
And now, in addition to your work as Santa, apparently you've done a lot of work in space as well.
Is Adventures with NASA. Yep. Story time in the spacesuit.
This picture here, now, this, of course, is as it says there, the class of 2007 Tall Texans. You were pictured in the top right. If you notice, everybody in this picture is smiling, except for you. You look like you just realized that part of being a tall Texan means that you don't actually get to be taller. Or they just shoved you in the back. And why are you so upset?
You know what, John? I think at that phase of my life, I used to think that I shouldn't smile, or I had to have this kind of persona that I was, I don't know, tough, or I don't know what you would call it, but I never smiled at any of my photos during that time period. So even my pictures with my family, my family pointed out, it's like, you never smile. So it dawned on me that, like, wow, I have this whole psychological thing where I feel like I shouldn't smile in pictures. But so I had to transition and change that. And so in these past 5 to 7 years, my kids have been like, Dad, we see you smiling in pictures now. And so it's really changed for me in terms of being able to smile on a picture.
Well, that's good. See, yeah. What do
we got here? We got Tears of the Sun.
Okay, that sounds actually poetic. I like that. That sounds
Tears
nice.
of the Sun. Let's see what we got.
Tears of the Sun, number 7. All right. Okay, this is going to hit a little later, I think. All right. Yeah, this has got some kick to it.
Yep. There's some pepper in that one.
Yeah. All right. You can tell they're getting hotter when we talk less. All right. Question 7. Your library career took you from Houston to San Francisco, then back to Houston to be director of the Harris County Public Library. During your time away from Houston, what is one non-library Houston thing you missed? Non-library thing, Houston, that you missed. Wow, that's hot. That is that's a whole face hot. That's what that is.
It's the afterburn.
Yeah.
Let me see, what did I miss from Houston? I think the biggest thing for me, and even for my family, was not being around, having access to family. So all of our family is here in the South, you know, from Georgia to Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, over to Texas. But to be that far away, it really showed the separation in terms of us, you know, being so far away. But it's something in terms of being away from Houston that I missed, that wasn't in California. Southern food, Southern comfort food. They don't know how to cook in California.
Tex-Mex.
Yep. And so even in California, I mean, it's a healthier, you know, living in the Bay Area, you know, healthier food,
right?
You know, but to get some good old fried chicken,
yeah,
or some collard greens, or some good old down south food.
What I missed when I was living in Los Angeles, my mom used to make Hoppin' John on New Year's Day. You know, so the black eyed peas, fried okra.
Oh yeah,
fried okra.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, and pecan pie.
Oh yeah, you can't get that in California.
Yeah. So we are Man, we're cooking along. It is that one should be called Afterburner because that one's got the that one lingers. That one's
it does. It has some
that one's
some lingering heat.
that one will speed you up a little bit. That one all right. You know, it's raining outside and in my eyes right now.
So did it really bring you tears?
I'm getting a little feeling it. That's good. It's good. All right. So what is number 8? The Ocho.
Number 8 is the bomb.
And I heard that this is the one that
really kicks in.
Yeah. All right. You ready?
Yeah. It looks hot.
I'm glad we got good. I think we've got enough footage at this point. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's hot.
Got kind of a kerosene feel to it. If. Ooh.
Get some heat on that one.
Wow. That one is a.
They should call that one the chair.
That was the bomb.
Oh, it was the bomb.
Oh. Could go back and give yourself a piece of advice on the day you became our director, what would you have told him?
What would I have told him?
Yeah, and I'm not listening to any of your answer, but go ahead, really.
I would have told him not to eat wing at number 8.
Okay.
That one was some heat with number 8.
Were you nervous your first day of HCPL director? You walk in, they show you your office. What's that like?
You know what? It was surreal. I don't even think I understood the magnitude of being the library director until I was actually going to commissioner's court, reporting out to the commissioners, and then meeting with the commissioners and having those conversations. A couple of things I would have told myself. Wow. Is to really to be patient with the processes. I tend to want to move pretty fast, but I had to come to understanding that everyone doesn't work at the same pace that I do. And so with that, and county government doesn't work at the same pace that I work. And so with that, just learning how to be patient with the process, and also to know that patience and persistence.
Patience and persistence.
That's what I would tell myself. In terms of being nervous first coming in, not really. And the reason why, I think what put me at ease coming into being the director of Harris County was at that time, El Franco Lee was the commissioner of Precinct 1. He pulled me into his office and he really advised me on, how to go about doing my work. And with that level of mentorship from him, I felt confident in knowing what I could do and what I could accomplish with the county.
Very good. Would you ever want to serve in that capacity as a
No. No politics for me. My wife is always saying, well, "What you gonna do next?" But no, no politics for me. I don't think I could. I wouldn't want to be up under that type of spotlight.
But this spotlight here is about to get hotter with wing number 9. What do we?
You know what? Now that I think about it, number 8 really wasn't as bad. I thought it was worse than it was because it was kind of making me tear up.
Sure.
But now,
Yeah.
Let's see.
Tears wash away the pain.
Yeah, they do. So let's see what number 9 is. What? Eve of the Scorpion. Is that what it's saying? Or Eye of the Scorpion?
Well, I guess we're about to see what it's like to get bit by a scorpion. We ready?
Almost.
I have noticed you've taken a healthy dose of ice milkshake right before each wing. I think that's the secret.
Maybe. You should have ordered one.
Yeah, that one's in the esophagus.
It's not hot until you swallow.
That's true. It like
One of the things I noticed.
gravity affects it.
Yeah, but one of the things too with these wings, if anyone else does this, just do not let the sauce touch your lips.
Yeah. Okay.
Try to eat the wings without the sauce touching your lips, because that when you touch your lips, it kind of intensifies.
If a magical vacation unicorn came and tapped you on the shoulder, granting you a free paid week off, and you could do literally anything, what would you be doing?
I would go on a world tour where I could just visit places. Well, wow, I would need to have like a super fast jet to kind of take me to all. I would want to go to all these exotic places in the world.
Okay, that you never, yeah.
That I know I never would get a chance to go to.
Okay, I hear that.
But every day would be a different adventure. So I might go from, say, the Arctic to the Caribbean to Asia to all these just different places in the world. But I would want to have that world experience where I can experience the culture and food of a different place every day. So I would pick maybe 7 places and just hop from place to place to place.
I like that. I like that. This is getting ready to be question 10.
The Last Dab, Apollo.
The Last Dab. And I heard there's some, what is the, is there some sort of...
Apollo pepper?
You can add extra on if you'd like.
That doesn't sound like something you would want to do. Why would you want to add just extra heat to something that's already hot? I'm gonna pass on the extra dab.
Probably a wise move to pass on the extra dab. All right, well then let's, here we go. What are we doing? What is number 10?
Number 10 is The Last Dab, Apollo.
The Last Dab, Apollo. All right, Apollo is the god of, I don't remember, through the tears.
It's the sun.
Is he the god of the sun?
So the sun must be hot.
The sun is hot. Here we go.
Maybe that's where I'll go on that one-day vacation. I mean, that week vacation. This tastes like gas.
It does taste like gas.
It's like ridiculous.
I remember once when I was in high school, I ran out of gas and I had to siphon it, and I got the mouthful.
Mm-hmm.
That was better than this. Thank you so much, Edward. This was a lot of fun, and I learned an awful lot. So, what are you gonna have for dinner tonight?
It won't be hot wings.
It will not.
You got to toughen up, John.
Oh my gosh, that was quite an experience. Once again, special thanks to Mike Saperstein and John Harbour over at Parker Williams and everybody over at the staff at Parker Williams. Great job putting all that together. And also want to thank Mr. Edward Melton. I hope he did better than I did in the 24 hours that followed the Hot Takes episode. If you would like to see that episode or that show in its entirety, there's 50 minutes. So we had a longer interview, 50 minutes. You can find that on our YouTube page at HCPL, Harris County Public Library. Look for it on YouTube. Or you can watch this show, the Live at Lunch, again on our HCPL.net website. It's on the front page. Just click on HCPL.net and watch click on it there. Or if you happen to be seeing this on Facebook, make sure you participate in our poll. We got a poll on there. I think the question is, how would you like to watch? Would you like to see more Hot Takes episodes? So please participate in that. We will be back live at lunch. We'll be back on September 10th. Very special. We're going to have a guest host. I will be out of town. We'll be having Mr. Eric Ray will be hosting the Live at Lunch, and it will be all about the Decades performance video for the 2000s. That's right, our centennial celebration for Harris County Public Library, and we have our 2000s video. Eric Ray will be introducing that. Once again, thank you so much for joining us for lunch. My name is John Schaefer. This is Live at Lunch. Please click like and subscribe. It helps us out a lot. And until next time, we'll see you guys later on. Bye-bye.